Good evening. How are you guys doing? It's Sunday. You were with me at the beginning of the weekend. Here we are at the end with a dirty coffee cup. I'm cheersing you with a dirty coffee cup. Terrible, isn't it? I'm trying to like clean it while not. No, couldn't get it. Anyway, how are you? Happy Sunday. Holy crap. That last stream was a marathon. It was like an ultra marathon. Was it not? Oh my goodness. Coffee cups are meant to be used. Road to Tilt. Coffee. Oh yeah, coffee. You bet. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, Mises, who was first. I knew I was going to get hassles. You know what? I had a blue polo on, and I'm like, oh, I should probably change into a black shirt. And then I was like, oh, I'm going to wear this. You know what? I've got because we're going to be soldering tonight. One second, actually. This is going to drive me nuts. One second. I've got the window open, and there's like a pressure difference. There's like a pressure difference between the outside and the inside, and it keeps like sucking the door open and close. You know what I mean? Holy crap. Yeah, it was ridiculous. It's 9 p.m. It is, but I'm going to be up for a bit, so it's all good, R2T. It's good. So Sano, I wish I would have slept until 10. Last night I went to bed. I think I was watching Patricia streaming some build. I don't know what it was. It was like 7:45. And I think I fell asleep at some point, and then Lady Dispatch took a photo of me sleeping with my like hand on my cheek and like headphones in bed, and our Max was like curled up at the foot, and I was like asleep in bed. I was just like so racked because the next morning I woke up at like 6 a.m. So we were running on like 3 hours of sleep all Saturday. It was crazy. Oh man, for those, okay, so some of you are local. I can see the names in here. Hello. So I forgot to say hello. Hello, Mises, who was first. Hello, Maxorex. Welcome. Wardhog. Hello, Sean. Hello. And then and Akigami, who I think I said hello to. And so obviously we already spoke, so there we go. For those of you that don't know who are not local, we are having some kind of weather. Like, I don't even know. So it was like torrential rain for the last like week. It was a crazy snowstorm the week before. Like everything's been canceled. Like deliveries have been getting canceled. Shipments, everything's just crazy. Bongzilla, thank you so much for the follow. And we're going to do keyboards right away. Also, just a quick, I totally ripped off the Deep Navy off of that F2 and immediately put it on my F1 after stream because I was like, this looks too good. And we're going to put these away actually while I'm chatting. I literally wasn't even at my computer yesterday. But the weather has just been crazy. So this morning, actually last night, it's just was like raining, but no lightning. So it was just like crazy rain. And we decided to go for a walk in the rain. And I'm not sure if that's something that any of you like. Some people, when it's raining, they're like, it's crap, we're not going out, this is like the worst, etc. And some people who are like, oh my god, it's raining, it's beautiful, let's go out in the rain, it's going to be fantastic, etc. So we fall kind of into the second category. We like when it's raining, albeit Lady Dispatch a great deal more than I do, and she's like, out we go, let's do it, let's start getting into the rain. Avo, I'm jealous. Like the weather here is ridiculous right now. Frigid. Avo, are you SoCal? I can't remember where you are. 45 degree. Oh, anyways, now Aaron doesn't exist. Rain doesn't exist where I'm at, basically. Oh, get out, really. Good evening, Ithrak. Michigan. Holy crap, you're not even that far from us. That's crazy. I was always taught you get the flu from the rain. Now that I'm an adult, I realize that can't be true. A good buddy of mine, we always have an argument about whether or not you get a cold from being in the cold. I am in the you do not camp, and he is like, absolutely you do. Anyway, so we were out in the rain, and Lady Dispatch goes, "Oh my gosh, if we're gonna be out in the rain, this is crazy. We're walking by the park, and the whole field is like flooded, like literally maybe, I don't know, maybe a foot and a half deep of water, right? That's true, Abel. Foot and a half deep. I'm going to do this while we're chatting, if that's okay. So maybe a foot and a half deep of water. Lady Dispatch goes, you know what we're going to do? We are going to buy a boat. We're going to get an inflatable boat, and we're going to put the boys in it, and they're going to go for a boat ride, a paddle. So she go, like, that's it. The decision was made. As soon as she said it, that was it. The decision was made. He's going to be like, whoa, he's going to be right here in just a second. And he's like, oh, Gio, I missed the stream. I'm so sorry. Well, I'm like, dude, it's like no pressure. Like, I don't expect you to watch. There he is. There we go. Hang on. Let's just give him a quick shout out. He reaches out and he says, oh my God, he's like, but you know what? The stiffness problem with the F2, we can fix that. And I said, Pernobo, this is a GMK-DN, or Deep Navy as it's more appropriately named, but I can't get over calling it DN, GMK-DN. And he reaches out and he says, you know what? We can fix the flex issue on the F2. And I said, go on. And he goes, yeah, I've got a prototype that I'm working on for both the F1 and the F2. And I'm going to send you both and you can give one of them away. And I'm like, dude, that's crazy. That's so nice of you. Anyways, I'm thrilled. So we're gonna have another hype plate to give away for an F2, and that's a board that I know last time we tried to give away a hype board, not everyone had the boards that were in stock, but I feel like the F2 is going to get a hit. If you'll either know someone with an F2 or you know someone who's got an F2 or something, so we'll figure out a way to give that into the hands of someone who needs it. So that's going to be exciting. I'm excited about it. Maybe the stream will decide, you know what, we're just going to give it to Randy, because why not? Because that guy needs some extra flex, some extra FR4 love in his F2. And then we can do the ultimate showdown where we've got true F1 versus F2, FR4 versus FR4, everything, right? So R2T, yeah, he says he's got a half plate design, which really hits nicely on the alphas and makes a much nicer typing feel. And apparently it's got some like magical flex cuts or something in it. So I'm excited because right now this is a full FR4 plate across the way. And if I can get this one kind of built up to be a little bit more flexible, I'll definitely be happy with that. I'm going to put this away. I'll be right back. I was a little bit surprised. I have to tell you, I was a little bit surprised how well Deep Navy went on the F2 when I saw it. And that's why I was like, holy shit, that's kind of fire. And then I took it right off because I'm like, oof. Gotta do that. We gotta do that. Okay, so here's the plan for tonight. This is a disaster. Here's the plan for tonight. This is what we've got. So I took apart, where is it here? You know what? I'm going to bring out the beater mat. The beater mat. One second. I don't want to. We're breaking stuff. We're definitely breaking stuff. Oof. Adaran like, Bish, is that my board? I'm like, so I've got another board for you. Yikes. Okay. Here we go. We're bringing out the beater mat for this because I don't want to muck up the proper mat. Okay. So we've got a few things here. We've got this plate. We've got a PCB. We're going to test the PCB. It's got a little bit of nonsense on it. I already desoldered. No drop point shield. Yeah, my bad, Mises. We've got a few things. We've got these caps, and we've got a slew of. I believe these are actually cherries. Let me check. Yeah, these are cherry MX browns. These are 3-pin browns. So, but they're not filmed. Yeah, I know, Frank. I was like, I figured actually you might be down. So what we did was this afternoon, I can get a shout out. Where is he? I got a mouse right here. I haven't disconnected anything. Boom. There he is. Big shout out to Frank. Yo, Sinvec, what's up? Okay, so I desoldered this afternoon only because I wasn't sure what I was going to find. I'm like, oh my goodness, what is even happening? And I did forget one thing in the shop. So when we're finally... Oh, hey, man. Zarjon, thank you so much for the raid, dude. Cheers. You know what? It was funny. I was in the shop earlier, and I saw you were streaming, and I was lurking. I was lurking on a few of you, because I know Lauren's streaming right now, and then Dis was streaming in the afternoon. It was crazy. It was good times. CJ. Okay, my bad. We haven't met. We haven't hung out. Thank you so much for the raid, though, dude. Right on. Okay, so we're modding cheap boards today. So we've got plate mount stabs, and these are, I will tell you, Frank, I'm going to look to you if you're around later. I definitely want to get your feedback on how the hell we're going to make these not shake within the plate. That's gross. I won't show you the bottom. So I looked up some videos and I was like, tape. There's also like glue. You can like literally hot glue them to the side of the plate. And I was like, oh, that could work. I'm like, that could totally work. Or you're thinking tape under, like to kind of, you wouldn't hot glue. Well, we'll figure it out. When we get there, we'll figure it out. Okay. Tape just to kind of tighten up the tolerances so that there's less space, I guess, between the, oh yeah, because you can see there's like tons of gap in there, hey? All right, you'll be editing photos? Perfect. Yeah, I know how to get your attention. Someone will just type Batman in chat. So we desoldered this. I'm going to see if we can figure out how to test it. We'll plug this in. We'll just test it inside the thing now that it's been desoldered, because it'll be a pretty short frickin' stream if it's not working. And then what we're going to do is there's only this many switches, but so we can lube these up. We're going to lube them up before we put them back in. We're going to put some polyfill on the bottom of this plastic. I think we're going to tape the bottom of the PCB, because at this point, why the hell not? And we'll see if we can get something that not use the signal. Bruh, that's the signal. Oh my gosh, Frank, I pulled the absolute best Eno Bre off of your stream the other day. Let me show you. Hang on. One sec. I'm gonna pause this. This is so good. I don't even know if you remember doing this, but if you're here, hang on a sec. Hang on. If you're here, do you remember? Do you know the moment I'm talking about? The question is, do you remember even doing it? Hang on. Okay. Here he is already. Let's see. Hang on. You remember? Okay. For everybody, check this out. This is our buddy. This is our buddy Frank having a little bit of a moment in stream, and I 100% already sent this to Nathan. I'm hoping he pulled it. Hang on. Bruh. Anyways, that has to go. It has to go. So for those of you that don't know, hang on a second. I'm going to give this guy a shout out too. It's perfect. If you don't know Nathan, go check him out too. First of all, I'll tell you, this guy is just a sweetheart. Like, he's just the nicest kid ever. And his everything to do with his stream, the graphics, the intros, the video, the production quality, fantastic quality. Definitely underappreciated, worth checking out. Go check him out. He's amazing. Anyways, he's got really good interactivity with his commands in chat. So you can like flash his lights, or you can like do different commands. And one of the commands he's got is when other streamers show up, you can type ! and then like something bre, and then most of us have had an opportunity to go bre in the mic, and then he echoes it and makes it like little video pops up and says bre. Anyways, so that's the thing. Okay, so what we're going to do is here we're going to test the PCB. We're going to lube the switches. We're going to fill it with foam, and then we're going to tape the bottom, put it back together. Okay. This is a solder board. This was a pain in the butt. I went through a random timestamp on Nathan's video, him saying "bre." Like, that's your odds are pretty good, CJ. Your odds are pretty good, generally speaking. So I think there was some solder used on this that was like, I don't know, really like maybe unleaded solder or something. It was a absolute B to get the switches out. So I had to crank the heat, and then I added a little leaded solder into it, and it finally came apart nicely, but it took me a little bit to get that going. So we'll see. Like I said, if I baked the PCB and we're all done, then I'm gonna have to replace this, and then I'm definitely gonna have to get another board for the person whose board this is. We'll see how we do. So with this in mind, I just want to make sure I'm not going to actually fry anything. It looks like I might, so I'm going to just hold this out for now. We need a cable. Does the cable, does the guy who makes cables have any cables? Let's see. Let's see. The old backup cable, the old standby. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, music is gone. Yes. You know what? I sat down. I just noticed that. Thank you, Frank. It's funny. I looked up because I'm like, is the music gone? Table flip. Well, except the only thing with that though, Adaran, is that we're gonna buy that Space 80 if I did break it. So we'll get you a Space 80. Oh. All right. We got something. Now this isn't gonna have VIA, so we're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. But I'm fairly confident if we can get this to recognize a few characters. I don't think it's VIA. I'm gonna wager it's not. Let's see. Yeah, this is my board. If there was another board, it would be where? Where is it? There'd be like a drop down or something, right? Yeah, I don't think it's VIA. Okay, let's just give it a shot with even if the alphas just work, we'll double check. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay. Okay. That'll do. Okay. That works. It looks like we're generally pretty good. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that'll be utility. Okay, good. Oh, that's caps. We saw the light turn on, right? You guys saw that? Ding, 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 ding. Okay. I feel like if I didn't ruin any of these, I'm gonna wager all of the F-row keys are generally gonna be pretty good too. It's funny actually because this board has support for, it has ISO support too, which is like kind of funny just in the way that the this is gonna be shift. Ooh. Can you hear that wind? My goodness. Can you hear that wind? Man, stop reminding me that I need Deep Navy, bro. Both you and Hyota both made me so jelly of either Lunar or Boneyard or Apollo. So I'm like, I missed out on all three of those. You need GMKDN? Yes, you do. You definitely do. VB. Oh, VB. Let's see. And that's the other shift. We got. Oh, what's that? That's Alt. That's the function keys working. Cool. What's this one? What's this one supposed to be? Control. Okay, so then which one is Windows? No, this one? Oh, that's Alt. It's telling me that's Alt. So is Windows not working? This Windows key might not be working, or it's like Alt function control and I'm just not understanding what's going on. That's Alt again. This one should be Windows. That one is working. And this one is control again, and this is space, right? Yeah, okay, so space is working. So which one is Windows on this side? Control app function alt. Oh, there isn't one. App function alt. There's no right win key. Okay, perfect. So everything is good. It would be function key. Yes, totally. There's no window on right. Yeah, I know. I'm so used to this key map where there is a window on the right, but that's just me. Alt function menu control. Thanks, Frank. Frank's like, bro, wake up, you keeb noob. Okay, well this is good. We've got, thank you so much again for the raid, CJ. Appreciate that. Okay, so we've got a keyboard. We've got a working keyboard. So we've got a build. Let's do it. There was a little like silicone pad or something that I'm gonna have to go back out to the garage and pick up because either it spilled out Either it spilled out when I dropped everything, or not, I suppose. But we've got a working PCB. Okay, let's lube some switches. So tonight, this is the game plan. Do you want Boneyard? I would consider selling you to a cost. Ooh. Sinvec, that is very tempting. No, dude, you keep it. You keep it. You keep it. You know what? I'll tell you. The reason that is like, man, that is such a tempting offer. I just bought Rainy Day, so that's gonna like satisfy my like gray, my gray sort of issue in terms of what would really kind of work out nicely. But if you're, however, Sinvec, if you're ever looking to get rid of it, then let me know. Yeah, still want to sell that set? Yeah, 100%, right? Like, oh, Frank, yeah, sorry. I haven't set that up. Add command lurk? I don't know. There's some way of doing it, I'm sure. Just kidding. Do you want me? I was gonna say, do you want to fix it, or do you want me to go and fix it? I can fix it if you want. Okay, so these are going to be unlubed and unmodded, so they'll just be how they are. But it's okay. Hopefully, we'll have a pretty decent time popping these open. Everything came apart kind of nicely. I was pretty surprised in general, just with the. These are 3-pin switches, so, but just in general with the desoldering process, it went fairly smoothly, I would say, in general. Boom. See you later. Hopefully. Hey, you know what? I kind of like that. Everyone's kind of got their own lurk command, right? So it's like, whoops. It's cool. Frank picked something that I haven't read before. I like that. It feels fitting for my vibe. I like that. I like that a lot. So today I was thinking, I'm like, oh, what are we going to talk about tonight? I don't know. For any of you that stream, is this like, do you think about what you're going to talk about, or you just sort of off the cuff it or whatever? Sometimes when I'm making cables, I wonder, what are we going to talk about? Tonight I was thinking about songs that just get stuck in your head and don't let go. Songs that you just cannot. Senior Twitch chat dev Frank to the rescue. Yes indeed. So let's say songs that have a real. Does anyone really think about what they're gonna say? I don't. Frank doesn't. I just blurt out whatever. There we go. Miss Hedgie, thank you so much for the follow. 788. We are 12 follows from yet another giveaway. We have and hello Capty. The beautiful Brit joins us from the other side of the pond. From the other side of the pond. Oh. HC Toasty, thank you so much for the follow as well. We are 11 follows away from another giveaway. If we do a giveaway, let's say we hit it tonight. Let's say it's some sort of fantastic streaming night and we hit it tonight, which would be just absolutely wonderful. Then this Friday, we would give away, what is it? Nice PBT Retro Mizu, or whichever PBT company makes Retro Mizu. I can't remember. It's escaping me right now. I'm so sorry for the lack of clarity. Hopefully one of your friends stops in and we can buy some followers. Yeah, no. thing where it's like they're fantastic stock. Yeah. So, anywho, Lauren, thank you so much for the raid. How did the rest of the ICs go? I watched the first. I mean, obviously I was there. We were chatting. Hello. But I had to bail for the latter half. I was lurking though. Whoa, Raid Retro. How's it going? Welcome, Raiders. For those of you that don't know, my name is Jiren, and I stream keyboard stuff on Fridays and Sundays, and I do other stuff on Tuesdays. Generally speaking, lately it's been building Gunpla, but if I can actually get my act together, I really want to start doing some GT7 on stream. But for some reason, I really want to get a racing wheel for that before I start. So we shall see. Do people? What Durgod Keeb is this? Did I say Durgod in the thing, in the stream info? See what we do with an entry board. Oh, it must be on my Jiren. I did say Jiren. My AC loud as hell. I did say Jiren. The Taurus. It is the Taurus. Yeah, it's the Taurus TKL. I desoldered it this afternoon, so it's already taken apart. Now we're just going to see about lubing these switches and then stuffing it full of fixes, foam and tape and all kinds of good stuff. These are actually just cherry browns, like OG 3-pin cherry browns. So we'll see. They actually have a pretty decent, I mean, they're browns, right? So it's like, we'll see. We'll see how they turn out. Genuine, yeah. Like, I mean, they're not Gap browns. They're not like, some other rando, whatever. They're just straight up cherry browns. That's it. Right? I mean, like most off-the-shelf keeps, right? They're going to come with either blues, reds, or browns, right? Most of the time. So, God. Yep. Listen. Everyone starts somewhere. And I think it's kind of fun. It's fun sometimes to just sort of play around with these kinds of boards and see what you can do to them, right? Like even the Keychron is, I mean, it's such good value for your money, but it needs a little help. The Q1, I should say. Sorry, the Q1. Start somewhere else. Oof. Spaceballs. I like the concept. I like the idea of these types of mechs, right? I wish they were more moddable so that it really could allow for, people who are trying to learn more about the hobby to get into it without having to like desolder a board. Like, I got to tell you, for someone just starting out, you have to imagine that the idea of desoldering a board is probably like, fuck that. I'm not... You know how much that seems like a lot of work, man, and it is, right? Like they're not gonna want to do that. So, but if it's like a hobby and it's fun, then whatever, right? Astray, this is a yo, guess who's here? Astray, this is a Durgod TKL, or as we say at work, dear God, Durgod. Yeah. The owner of this board gets teased a fair bit by some of the Keeb aficionados at work. So, is that your first TKL? Get out. So, one of the things that was really cool was the person whose board this is, and if you're in chat and you want to talk about it, person whose board. The first time I desoldered a board, it was a full-side DOS. Yeah, totally. Man, a DOS was going to be my first too, and then I ended up going for the Philco instead. But it was right there. You had it with brown switches. This is it, man. This is your exact board. The person whose board this is actually has one of my very first mechs. So my very, very first mech. Okay, there he is. Woo, Browns. So one of my very, very first mechs was actually, Adoran, did you check your texts? I can't check my texts anymore because once I start streaming, all my alerts go down. But check your texts because I sent you a message about another board. No pressure, but It feels like a very, very good deal. So worth thinking about. No pressure. Recognize. It's a lot of pressure. We'll just buy the fucking board. The first board I ever bought, one of the first boards I ever bought, actually Adoran has, and I was talking about it on Dis's stream a few weeks ago, and it was the SteelSeries G7 or something, or 7G, G7, something like that. Anyway, yeah, it's got MX blacks in it, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if those are like some seriously nice blacks, because they've never been lubed. The board is like 15 years old. You know, they would have been like OG at the time. Like those could actually be like some pretty nice switches now that they've been like, you know, manually actuated for that many years, and then you lube them up now and keep the tops and bottoms together. It's like those could be all right, to tell you the truth, right? Because they're not going to be retools. They're going to be the old schools, right? So, Code Coffee Code says I had a drop alt with box navies. It was fine. She goes, it was fine. Yeah. I think everyone tries. Okay, so for everyone in chat here, is there anyone who has never tried a board with blues? Is that like almost everybody at one point is like, I wonder if I'd like clicky switches, and they try a board with blues. I feel, is that true? Or am I projecting? I feel like that's true. I feel like it's close to true. I always use my board when I'm blue. Womp womp. Cute. My boyfriend had blues, and it was too annoying. Well, I will tell you, just about 10 years ago, right before I went on paternal leave, I brought a board, a Leopold that I had bought a long time ago with MX blues in it. And everyone at work also thought I was annoying. They used to make fun that it was a typewriter. I have blues on my macro. Awful. Blue inks, on the other hand, is Gucci. Well, there you go. There you go. Welcome. Hi, Moon City. Thanks for stopping by once again. Oh my gosh, Lord. Someone brought a red dragon with blues to the NorCal meetup today. Glad I got to try it. Oh, actually, Sinvec. I didn't see if you answered. I messaged you in whichever. I think you were on Hammer Brothers stream, or Hammer Brothers Discord. Sinvec just recently went to a meetup as well, and he was saying that he got a chance to try some cool boards. So I'd be interested in which ones he had a chance to try. Retro says, I had a Durgod TKL with blues, my second Keeb. Honestly, I liked them at the time, but once I switched to box Jades, I never looked back. Well, there you go. Jades are also clicky though, right? I've tried some box switches, but not enough, to tell you the truth. All right, dropping off. Yeah. Okay, off you go. Lauren, thank you so much for the raid. Cheers. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy food. That's something most of the time when I finish stream, I'm like starving. I'm like, back off, I'm starving. Box Jades are hella clicky. Yeah, I impulse bought some Midnight Jades just because they were half off. Really? Where? When? Avo. At least they look cool. Oof. You know, I have a bunch of switches that I don't think I'll ever use, but I'm kind of reluctant to get rid of them, just in the off chance that, like, someone I know wants them or whatever, you know? Like, if Adoran buys a board, I kind of feel like I'd be able to put switches in their board, you know, for, you know, relatively inexpensively, because I've just got them lying around. Like, I might not use them, but, you know. Geo, buy some box Jades and shove them in a macro pad. They're honestly kind of fun to oh, that could be fun, I suppose. You know, I've been lurking in Hebe's Discord, and apparently there is some macro pad announcement coming relatively soon. So for me, I'm either going to buy a treasure pad or whatever Hebe announces. I think I have to imagine the Hebe macro pad would be pretty fire, whatever it is. Also, do we like this music, or is this like annoying? This is like, I kind of want like, here, what kind of moods can we get? Moods like just dreamy, you know, Just like nice, happy stuff. Happy stuff. Where are we? Like this one. Like do this one. Here. I don't want any of that like suspense thriller crap, you know? It's not what we're here to do. If you can just wait for the Thok block. Is Thok also coming out with a macro pad? Avo says end of last year. It was on Novel Keys. I plan on using them for a numpad someday. I want a Gawk macro pad, numpad rather. Oh, is there going to be an accompanying? Is there going to be an accompanying number pad with 7VR2, Avo? Do you know? That would be kind of nice. Be kind of nice. Thok block says, okay. Let's see what, I've heard nothing about any numpads. No, me neither. Let's see, what do we got for Thok block? Oh. Ooh. That is looking so nice. Okay. So now we have 3 contenders. We have 3 contenders. The Thok block, Hebe's whatever, and a treasure pad R3. Might be easier to just read. I will. Okay, sorry, Sinbek. I will. Thank you. Cheers. Thanks for coming back. I did, in fact, not lose the dollars. My man. Good for you, Cad. Good for you. What did you get? What color did you get? Oh, Avo, no kidding, man. You know, I also could not. The fact that he was like, yeah, this is like one of my last things I'm ever doing. But I'm like, but dude, come on now. You know how expensive that is? This one had a bit of an issue coming out, so. Juan Sazo says, I looped some milky yellows and added black ink springs because I got 70 for $5. Sounds so creamy. Nice, dude. And also welcome to the stream. So nice to have you. These are just slightly upset with me for having yanked on them a little too hard when we were trying to pull them out of the board. Handy to have one of those. Yeah. So, let's see. Okay, so I don't know. Did you guys answer? I didn't hear. Which songs get stuck in your head and they don't get out? I've got a few, but I want to hear yours. I'll get some of mine queued up, actually. Let's see. Oh my gosh, Diego. We are not working on anything. We are not working on anything fancy. Thank you so much for the raid, dude. Welcome, Raiders. I'm Gio. Thanks for coming. We are lubing and prepping some switches for an entry level key. Thank you so much for the follows. Let's see who's coming here. Oh my gosh. Okay, hang on. Here we go. Twitch, thank you so much for the follow. Nuclear Nachos, cheers. Thank you so much for the follow. X Ghost, 10 Peaches, and River Ratty 87. Thank you all so much for the follow. Oh my gosh, we're 7 away. So for those of you that are here and just arriving now, Damn Inkart, thank you so much for the follow as well. We are. What's your favorite thockiest, clackiest, creamiest, marbliest, most meta mod for my entry level board? Which would you recommend? Best for gaming? Meow. Hang on a sec. If we somehow have a good stream tonight. Hang on a sec. Oh my gosh. Well, what am I doing? I have my window open and the door keeps banging in the background. I'm so sorry. Oh, Wamf2. Thank you so much. And Rice Pixer, thank you so much for the follow. All right. Well, it sounds like we are going to be it sounds like we're going to be giving away a retro Mizu on Friday. So by the looks of it. So cheers. Thank you, everybody. Hope to see you again on Friday. Diego, thank you so much again for the raid, my friend. Oogtug, 100%. That's right. That's right. And Sonicorp, thank you as well for the follow. Oh, that's $7.99. That's exciting. That's exciting. So we were talking about just before Diego, just before you came, we were talking about what songs. Who Breezy, you got us over the line, man. Thank you so much. Cheers. Cheers. That's an 800. That's an 800 milestone. We are absolutely giving away PBT Retro Mizu this Friday. So Love to have as many of you back as you'd like, or give that away on stream. We were talking about songs that get stuck in your head. What songs get stuck in your head, and then you can't get them out. And then what were the examples so far? I'm getting so Sinvek actually typed out. I'm all shook up, and that one actually gets stuck in my head too. Oh, Kickshaz, thank you so much for the follow. I know, sorry, Avo. I'm so sorry. Sunshine of Your Love was the other one. Yes. Smash Mouth All Star. Oh my gosh. Yes. Agreed. Agreed. And that's the kind of song where you look at it and you're like, nah, come on, no way. And then you're like, wait, actually, yeah, I can't get that out of my head. Absolutely. Right. Rydralim, thank you so much for the follow. Did I say that right? Attack on Titan season 1 OP. Lightning, D, are you saying that about the soundtrack or the actual show? Because I haven't watched it. I haven't watched it yet, but I've heard people have been talking. Actually, Avo, tell you what, I'll join the giveaway this Friday, and if I win it, you can have it. How about that? Everybody heard me say that. The opening song is catchy. Oh, okay, I'll have to check it out. Avo, if I win the giveaway this Friday, it's yours. You can have it. There you go. But I don't think that'll happen. Good luck. Yeah, exactly. It's fairly unlikely. Okay, so I don't know why, but so I used to run a fair bit. That's not the thing, I don't know why, but I used to run a fair bit. On my running mix was a song by Future called Mask Off. And I don't know why, it's awful, it's not chill at all, but for some reason that one gets stuck in my head all the time. Like, I don't know why. And then another one is by Skrillex, Bangarang. And oftentimes when I'm in the shop working, Bangarang is like in here. I'm like, it's like when you get like kind of in the zone, that's when I feel like Bangarang just hits every time. It's like stuck in my head. It's like, that's my like repetitive activity song, Anyway, those two for me constantly. I was watching Cujo 26 the other day, and he has a dab redeem. So if you don't know Cujo, the dab redeem alone is worth it. But yeah, dab redeem on Cujo stream, and he dabbed to Bangarang, and I was like, yes, this is my jam. I love it. Okay. Oh, Avo, you gotta go. You gotta go check it out. Okay, yeah. No, Diego, cheers. Thank you so much. For the raid. Appreciate it. Thank you for even saying goodnight and goodbye. Like, this guy's just so much class. Dis had a dab redeem before. Did he? Oh, no, this is like, like dabbing like that. I don't dab, but there you go. Anyway, okay. Oh, since we're going to be putting the stems right on, we can actually... Hey, Flurry Strix, thank you so much for the follow. Whoop, what was that? Losing springs. We're losing springs. Let me see if they drop. I felt some drop on my chair, but I don't know. What lube and spring... Okay, so sorry. Someone asked what we were lubing. These are OG 3-pin cherries, browns. The lube, the springs are stock, and the lube is 105. So you don't... Okay. Is that better? What, like my limp-wristed dab? I don't know. It's like, dude, it's like dab is not... This is not my thing. I can't sing and I can't dance. I can't do either. Yo, Nate. First time chatter? That feels like a really weird message. A dab Sonic 100 OP. Vintage Browns. Except I mean these are from only like a couple of years ago. It's supposed to be like you coughing into your elbow. Dad, stop it. Embarrassing. Yeah. This is basically it. That's where we're at. That's where we're at for sure. Absolutely. I feel like you got to learn to hit the gritty for your kids. Oh man, my Sonic, yeah, yeah. Like I'm not even mad. Like I can't even be. It's like I'm not. It's like I'm not even mad about it. You know. Can you guys hear the door? Whew, that is banging like crazy. I'm gonna try to put the wedge a little bit further back. One sec. Actually, I'm just gonna actually close it. It's like you're kind of right. My house is very old. So my house is, I think it was built in the mid 1920s. Like, I don't even know, yeah. Anyways, yeah, it's very, very old. Vintage Browns are sick. I have some vintage. Get out, really? Okay. Well, I mean, again, I'm not sure if I would call them, yeah, like, sorry, I know you're not saying this, but these for sure are not Vint Browns. They've just Browns that probably just old. They've just been sitting around. Betty15, thank you so much for the follow. Betty15, actually, sorry. Anyway. So, did you get an F2, R2T? Do you have an F2? Whoops. There we go. Now you're secretly just a beatnik. Oof. I do. Oh, nice. So we did, I mean, oh my gosh, that was like, what, 7 hours or something of streaming on last stream with the F2 versus F1. Whew. But we finally got there. And I think for me, I mean, the style of the F2 is just easily superior to the F1. I did like the typing feel on... Oh, Jin 0993, thank you so much for the follow. Definitely seen you in other streams. Welcome. So glad you could hang out. We, I mean, but the F1 had a nicer typing feel on FR4 than the alu plate, for me anyways, than the alu plate that it was built with. But yeah, I think if we swapped to FR4 for both, it would be interesting to gauge the difference. And if this half plate was available, then that would be extra cool. However, they were both built with worth the investment on that half plate for $27. Like, yes, easy, I would say. I mean, and if Hype reached out and he was like, dude, you gotta try this. So for me, if Hype says it's good, I'm willing to take him at his word. because he hasn't led me astray yet. Every time I bought a hype plate, I've been more than satisfied for me. I will say though, I don't think, I mean, hype, I'm not sure if you're listening, if you are, or if you come back and watch the VOD, I would love if hype was able to get into some other materials, because I feel like the plates are usually really good. I just kind of want, it'd be nice to get like palm or PC or some other things that could be laser cut, because I feel like there's benefit there. I feel like people would be in, you know, for the most part. So yeah, I'm gonna try to stay way away from the legs, because we don't want to get anything on the legs. We don't want any of that tactility getting ruined. So gonna be like stems back and like half of the top basically of the front, you know, because I don't want any of that getting mucked up. That still seems like a lot of work. May require a small amount of polyfill as a buffer to keep the PCB from bottoming out. Will include with each. Oh, let me see. Provides the maximum flexion given that may require a small buffer. Except that the F2 can be built plateless, so it's not any worse than that. And the F2 that I built just last stream also had a protective sheet along the bottom. So feels like if as long as that's in there, you should be okay. I don't know that, you know. Hey, DR1. All right, and we're off. So now that we've got, I mean, we took everything apart, we've got all the springs opened up and ready to go. Now it's basically just going to be rails back and half of the front, and then yeah, we should be able to blow through these pretty quick. And then I might just get Frank to provide some info when I get to the actual plate mounted stab part, because we're going to take those out, fix those up too. Practical use for tape mod is the anti-shorting. Yeah, 100%. DR1, this is a Durgod Taurus TKL. So this is a, oh, can you guys see? No, I'll keep this a little bit lower. Or maybe, what do you think? Top? We'll go top for a little bit. Just for a smidge. Just for a switch. This cable is an old, it's like a beater cable, so apologies for the completely disheveled coils. That's not it's not normally what we do. I have to be, I read Duroc. Oh wow, yeah, that would be cool. that are in um, either Western provinces and states, or often I would say joining us from the other side of the world. And some of the problems that we've got with weather are just like, these are not problems for the SoCal folks or for the SEA folks. They're like, yeah, dude, I don't know. That sounds like it sucks to suck, but these are not things that they're generally dealing with, you know. Again, I'm just trying to keep the lube way far away from the rails. We want that bump. Got to maintain that bump. I have a brother who lives in Waterloo and was 24. Get the hell out. Are you serious? So for those that don't know, this is like, I don't know, maybe 2.5 hours by plane to the east of where we are at most. That's probably even a little too much. And yeah, there's a temperature swing of like 30 degrees. It's like not even that much more south, but it is close to some water. Closer to some water. Which always kind of makes a difference, doesn't it? So, yeah. Who's got plans for this coming week? We're booking up. Normally, we haven't done anything in a long time, but we're planning on, hoping to, go see Sonic 2 this week with the boys. We'll see how it is. I didn't mind Sonic 1, honestly. I don't know if you guys wrote to tilt. You got it. I'm gonna finish this last switch, and then I'll hit you with some push-ups. Hang on one sec. One thing that's kind of nice about the big lights in here is that it's easy to see where the lube is on the switches. Okay. Boom. Push-ups. You got it. Push-ups. You got it. Oh, I forgot to ask too. R2T, are we doing 20 push-ups or 8 pull-ups? You can pick. I've yet to watch Batman. I heard is now on. Oh yeah, Batman, like the Batman. I also haven't seen that either. But up to me. Let's see, what kind of shirt am I wearing right now? Is this gonna fall down? I'm gonna do the pull-ups actually. So if it's up to me, I'm gonna do the pull-ups. Here we go. I'll do them this way. Whew. That's way harder. Whew. That's way harder. I'll show you afterwards, Avo. I'll show you afterwards. That's how you know. We can't see your arms. Okay. Hang on a sec. Let's see. I have to go wash my hands, Kat, if you want to do that. Just one sec. Typing this, but you gotta say everywhere. I love the like stipulations every time Kat is like, okay, typing test, but this random thing. And Kat is the only one who makes up these wonky rules. Hang on. Only because I actually also find it entertaining. Okay. Let's move these out of the way. Okay. Okay, that'll work. Let me wash my hands and I will do the typing test. Hang on one second. Typing test and typing test. Okay. Alrighty, here it is. So, you've got the keyboard details, but you got to use board upside down. Yeah. So like it feels like a shitpost. Oh my gosh, it's true. It's true. I can get rid of, and actually as it turns out, the cable portion of that is incorrect. Okay, let's do this. We're gonna bring up Chrome, and what happens if I do? No, that's funny, hey. Okay. Typing test, but you mute your mic. Mediocrity. That's like every other typing test for me. That's like not even special. Okay, so I've actually got to read this out as I type it. Hang on a sec. Yes, I can do that. Olimac. Oh, thanks so much for the subscription. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Is this FR4 is from Geon. This is the OG FR4 plate. Okay. You've got all the details. Let's take a listen. While help not be see this one more show where increase program back B move before tell set life plan problem go little never they under or get turned from have over this world might they right should want way because that hand so small show place real and not world each real people use then school can lead could just large people own through which hand then lay down look that you be high off both another then while hand can show no both program early fact order do if possible then and do should last down program follow people good fact see in system again these school that whole there you go. I was gonna make you say every word in advance, but that's way too hard. That's true. It feels like an audiobook. Awfully good at English, it seems. Native speaker. There you go. Let's see. Your concentration is very entertaining. Was I like? I didn't see my own face, obviously, but it was like probably ridiculously focused. Apologies. There you go. Anyway, that little moment of ridiculousness brought to you by CAD, as usual. Cheers, CAD. Thank you for the redeem. Thank you for the redeem. All right, and now back to these. There we go. Okay. My concentration is entertaining. That's funny. Why is it entertaining though? What do you mean? What do you mean, Mises? Oh, I didn't stop the music either. That's a little bit frustrating, isn't it? Although I was talking over it, so what's the difference? It wasn't like it was perfectly silent. That's okay. Are these MX Browns? Disgraceful Asian? Yes, indeed. These are MX Browns. These are these were pulled out of the Durgod that we're modding right now, and we're gonna lube them up and then put them back in. So that's the plan. And I'm really trying to go easy on the rails. I don't want to lube up the legs if I can avoid it. So I'm just going very light and trying to take it easy on everything. My friend is giving me his broken key with cherry reds. Is it worth it to desolder and get the cherry top? Like, probably. Oh, was your extreme focus for such a trivial task? Yeah. Yeah, well, now you know. That's just like, I'm running some stock Hyperglide Browns in my suit right now. There's nothing wrong, dude. There's nothing wrong with the stock Hyperglide Browns. So like, why do you barbecue steak actually is one of the things that I say also, like, I make my own steak the best. Like, compared to going to a restaurant, I would say that when I make a steak for myself, it's better than when I go to a restaurant. Mostly because I know how I like it. So there's that. Pancakes. Okay. Sonic says there's a lot of Filipino food that I can make really well. Oh, nice, nice. I grew up, Sonic, I grew up in an area of town called the Maples here, which means something to Sonic probably, but not something to anybody else. And all my friends were Filipino growing up, so I had quite a bit of that. How do you make your steak? So I like mine medium rare, personally. And quite a few years back, you guys already know I'm an old man. So quite a few years back, I got we had this program at work, which entitled you to a bonus every now and again. Yeah, Garden City area, totally. The Hood, Adirondack knows, right? Adirondack knows, my man. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so quite a few years ago we had there was an opportunity to get a bonus, and I did get a bonus at work, and I said when I get this bonus, the thing I'm gonna do is buy myself a new barbecue, because I really like barbecuing, and the barbecue I had prior to that I had purchased for just over $100 at Walmart, and I had it for like 12 years or something. It lasted forever. It was just some knockoff, no-name Walmart brand barbecue. But it was kind of falling apart by that point, right? Like, it was just like, whatever. So for me, it's grill, Mises. This is the thing. Do I use butter, and what kind of seasoning? Hang on, I'm getting to it. Let me tell you the story of the acquisition of the barbecue first, and I'll give you the full rundown on the steak. So I did get the bonus, and I was like, okay, we are 100% getting this barbecue turned up. Like, we are doing this for real. So I cashed in the Walmart special, and I got myself a Napoleon, like a legit Canadian-made Napoleon. And that was a massive level up. But one of the reasons that I really liked it was it had an infrared burner on the side. And man, that infrared burner makes a wicked steak. Now, generally speaking, if I'm making steak for the whole fam, I don't use the infrared burner because there's only enough room for like one, maybe two steaks on it. But on the occasion where, let's say, it's just Lady Dispatch and I, or just myself, oh yeah, then I bust out the infrared, because it makes a perfect medium rare. Like, perfect. For me, the best seasoning on a steak, salt and pepper. That's it. Just salt and pepper. On the infrared burner, 2.5 minutes aside, brilliantly charred on the outside. It's almost like just like an absolutely like perfect 1/2 centimeter of cook on the outside on like a 1-inch steak or so. I'm switching between imperial and metric, but yeah, just a nice sort of surface area char around the whole outside. The fat just gets perfectly sizzled off and then evaporates, and sort of rises back up to hit the bottom of the steak. Just perfect. Bring it off the grill, put it on a plate, take a nice slab of butter, slather it on top, leave it there for like a couple minutes, and enjoy. Perfect. It's like you can have steak in 8 minutes. Everything else takes longer to make than the steak, right? Oh man. So for me, steak is one of the things. One of the other things, and this comes back, the reason why I told you the barbecue story is there's 2 things that I make on the barbecue that are really good. One of them are those steaks. The other is it came with a rotisserie fork. So one of the other things I make is a prime rib. And for me, or rib, I guess, rib roast. I never had prime rib until I met Lady Dispatch. And she introduced me to the glory of prime rib. All I had growing up was like brisket and like shoulder roast or whatever. Like, nothing. So like whatever the butcher was throwing away, that's what we bought basically. Hang on, let me catch up. So Misi says that's a dad mode level up. Yeah, 100% dad mode level up. New barbecue for sure. Juan, you and I got caught up on the seasoning, and then Sosono. Lately, I've been cooking steaks in an air fryer. Yeah, that would be awesome. So we also one of the things I got for Lady Dispatch, I want to say one Christmas season ago, was a Instant Pot, and it also had the air fryer lid, so you could do all the Instant Pot goodness, you could do air fryer stuff, and then apparently also it can sous vide, which is something else I've never done, but I feel like we should try it. I feel like we should definitely try it, especially because steaks in the sous vide is supposed to be a thing too, but I never tried that. Yeah, and it's funny, Mises, because brisket when I was growing up was like nobody wanted a brisket, right? And then now it's like popular, which is a little bit weird, but yeah. All right, Quappa, have a good lurk. Have a good lurk, buddy. Thank you so much for hanging out in the meantime. Appreciate you, my man. So yeah, the rotisserie, the sous vide is so good. Yeah, I haven't tried that. That feels like, definitely feels like something to try coming up. Man, this will be some of the first Switches that I'll be putting together that don't have films on them. I feel like this is, somehow it's going to feel like this is going so fast, Bitter seeds. Man, the wind is crazy outside. I guess you guys probably can't hear it. Can you hear when the door is banging or no? Did I break these in? So HMS, these have been broken in. These have been broken in sort of stock for probably 2.5, 3 years maybe. Typing at work. So Adaran, who's in chat, is a developer. We work together, and he's been working on this thing for quite a while. So yeah, these are def broken in. So I'm gonna be I'll be interested to see how they feel now that they've been lubed and yeah, not filmed, but yeah. Instant Pot doesn't have a water circular. I wouldn't trust that the water is an even temp. Yeah, that's probably true. That's true, Sinbek. All right. Hang on, what is Adaran posting here? I tried to use MX Blacks for work and my fingers were getting too tired. HMS, I would tend to agree. I don't typically like springs that are that heavy. The ghost that haunts Gio's house has really got to try harder. Okay. Adaran posts developers. There you go. Adaran practicing his dad moves. You doing other mods to Durgod, like foam modding the stabs? Sonic, yeah, I think I'm going to probably tape mod them. I was just chatting with Ino Moshiki, and he was saying tape mod the underside of the PCB, I believe. And then, oh yeah, these are feeling nicer for sure. Adaran, these are definitely going to be nicer. So, yep. Oh yeah. Huge improvement. So, and we've got what we do 28 at a time, so we should be able to do this in three goes. Perfect. This is going to be fantastic, and actually it's not even going to take that long depending on how many redeems we get and everything. You're doing you lubing, clip, or band-aiding the stabs? Yeah, we'll take them apart. We'll get a peek at what's going on inside. I haven't taken them out yet. I'm not going to holy mod them, but I will lube them. And if necessary, I will tape them to the PCB or tape mod the PCB underneath so that they have less jiggly room. Tell you the truth, I was literally just going to glue them to the board because I don't think Adaran cares about ever, fixing this up. Like, I don't think Adaran would ever take this board apart and fix it the way I'm fixing it right now. He'd be like, yeah, whatever, good enough. Buy a new keyboard, you know? But we're going to see what we can get this thing to do. Quinn. Yeah, well, we shall see. We shall see. Quinn, sheesh. Ain't got no time for that. It's funny. Adaran does not have any time for that, but he does have time to hang out and watch me do it. It's like, I don't have time for that. You do it. I'm lurking. Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Are you gaming? Adaran, are you gaming right now? I might mod my Durgod stabs on my board. Yeah. We'll see. I don't even know. I don't even think I have the stuff. I don't even have the stuff to mod them if I wanted to. Because I don't have. I guess I have band-aids. So technically, I guess I could grab band-aids and band-aid mod them. But got a solid location for the meetup, so we're not rescheduling, and it's private. So feel to bring. Oh, nice. Quinn, can you say where it is? I don't. Or I guess I can just check the Discord. Private is cool. That's really nice, actually. So that it actually, hang on a second. I'm going to open Discord just for a moment. Does that mean we are keeping the date, I suppose? Let's see. Oh, I see. Okay, we've got a cover. Okay, cool. I don't know where that is, but I'm down. I am down. Okay. Well, now this is the fast part. Now we're just going to load this up. I'm going to load this up, and I'm going to quickly fix the door, because once again it's banging, and if you guys can't hear it, that's okay, but it's driving me bananas. Hey, P-Knuckles. Okay. Oops. Have you... So one thing... So there's a few things I miss that I really missed while, the pandemic was heating up. One of them was escape rooms. I really am just thinking about the $5 cover and, going... inside, hanging out with real people, etc. One of the things that was going to be very interesting is I really missed escape rooms. That was something that I had so much fun, so much enjoyment, way back. And that's something that I really would be looking forward to doing again. I really, really loved escape rooms. So, I don't know. Is that something that you guys have been, gotten into or tried or been a fan of or whatever? For me, escape rooms are so much fun. So much fun. Pinnacle says, I've been to a few in Ohio. Yeah. So there's one local here, and it's run by a husband and wife, or like a partner pair or something like that, and they do such a good job. Like they've got it all wired up, and it's got they've got cameras, and so much of it is like electronic and computer assisted and whatever. It's like fantastic. It's really good. Sonic, yes. The only time I've had like a mediocre shot at escape rooms is when I went with my extended family. So Lady Dispatch and I have gone with our friends on multiple occasions, and that is nothing but a good time. When we went with both of our extended families, yeah, we had some troubles getting everyone on the same page, for sure. But still fun, but not quite as fun, I would say. Sonic is asking if I'm talking. Oh, oops. I guess we need springs. Sonic is asking if I'm talking about Enigma. I'm not talking about Enigma. I'm talking about the real escape. And that they do, in my opinion, a just brilliant, brilliant job. They have a couple of, I think my favorite, there was a few rooms that were my favorite here. One of them had a submarine theme, and it was so much fun because throughout the room, so you're on a timer, right? You've got an hour. If for those of you that haven't tried this before, you have an hour basically to get through a bunch of puzzles, and when you get to the end of the puzzle, you sort of have escaped the room. You win. You beat the thing or whatever. That's it. It's very fun. And this one particular room, which was submarine themed, had these interrupting activities every so often. So you're trying to get through all the puzzles in the room, and then suddenly these like sirens would go off in the middle of the escape room, and everyone would have to get to your station. You'd have to like avoid, by sort of figuring out a quick, simple riddle, avoid an incoming torpedo, and then fire back at like the submarine that was chasing you. And it's like, oh my goodness, it was so like, it really made it immersive. You really felt like it was like, oh my god, we're in a submarine, like it was. And it's so silly because you're not, and the kid that's running the room is like, 18 or whatever. So it's like, this group of basically adults that are being totally trolled and gamed with by this kid is very, very funny when you think about the ridiculousness of it. But it's so much fun. Literally one of my favorite things to do. Another one of my favorite things to do that we haven't really done in a long time is getting together and playing Magic. It's so much fun. Anyways, Eve, sorry, I did not mean to ignore you. And yes, this is a Taurus. Yeah. Yo, is Doom worth playing if I never have before? Download it. You know what, Avo, I've tried Doom. Doom is not my game. I don't know. Like, it's, I don't really like anything sort of scary-ish. Not scary, but like horror and like stuff jumping out at you. I think the last time I played anything even close to that would have been like RE2 on PlayStation 2 or something. Or PlayStation 1, whatever it was, like forever ago. So it's been a while for me, for sure. It's been a while. We shall see. Amazing. I ask because it's Taurus season and I'm a Taurus and these companies are coming for me. Oh, there you go. So we'll see. I mean, I will tell you for sure, Eve, this board was sort of a rattly mess when we opened it. We'll have to see how much help we can give it. Whoops. Let me put it back together. The switches were, or the caps, the whole typing experience was pretty mediocre. I didn't do a before test because I wanted to get the desoldering done before we hit the stream, just because I knew this was going to be a little bit of time to get the switches finished. I think putting it together and soldering it isn't going to actually take all that much time, but famous last words, right? We'll see. We shall see. Cool Kickass, thank you so much for the follow. Cheers and welcome, and thanks for hanging out, and all those other type of salutations. Greetings, Adaranth. Oh my gosh, I love those faces, those absurd ASCII faces. Nice. Oh, this one's actually already lubed. Perfect. It's like we got one for free. Welcome. Cool Kickass. Hello. 809. You guys are ridiculously fantastic. I can't even tell you. I am so thrilled even at the fact that, man, I can't believe anyone is hanging out. And at the same time, I'm so appreciative and thankful and excited that you guys are chilling. You're chilling with me. That's just great. 785. Oh, mediocrity. Maybe I could be bad. I could be wrong. Is that what? Let's see. Let's see what the update gives us. I'm going to open up. I'm going to monitor my own. Let's see what we get here. Pause. 805. 805 according to a refresh. Good enough. Good enough. Good enough for a giveaway. Am I right? So, you see 809? Yeah, I see 809 in so on my follower goal, but that's coming from Stream Elements, and it might be marginally out of sync or whatever else. Mises, which one? Which archetype giveaway? Like from, is it like an Insta giveaway? That is insane. Oh man, congratulations to Dis. Can someone give Dis a shout out? Disastertron, please. Mises, you know Dis. Can you give him a shout out just because my hands are, I think, back to being lubey. I don't want to have to wash them again. I'm imagining most of the folks in chat here know Disastertron, but just in case you don't, it'd be nice to give him a shout out. You guys could toss him a follow and check him out. Often streams most days in the afternoon for Central Time. He's on the East-ish coast, so he's Eastern Time, but he generally streams keyboard and other nerdy content throughout the day. He is a trivia-filled, entertaining afternoon key kind of person, and no one shouted him out. Hang on. Let's do this. So I need my mouse here. I can't shout. I have no sub. Oh, do you have to shut? Do you have to be a sub? No. Thanks, Eve. I don't even think you need to be a sub. Mises, is that? I don't think you need to. I think shoutouts are open, my friend. We don't limit access here. I don't think. Am I wrong? Unless I'm totally wrong and you're like, dude, I tried to shout out and it didn't work. In which case, I apologize. There we go. Yeah, there were some options to like lock some stuff down, and I just opted not to. I figure what we'll do is we'll run with the channel as open as we can for as long as we can, and then we won't really we'll try to leave it as open as we can until we people start doing silly things or we find a need or whatever else. Mediocrity, you got it, my friend. Mediocrity, are we doing 20 push-ups or 8 pull-ups? There you go. Yeah, it works, Mises. Anytime, Mises. You got someone you want... Yeah, it's unlocked. Yeah. Anytime there's something you want to shout out or post, like links are not blocked. There's all kinds of stuff. But generally speaking, the rules are if it's going to be a problem because people are posting things that they shouldn't be posting, we'll give you a timeout and a warning. And then, past that, we'll escalate, but generally speaking, I don't think we'll have to. Everyone here's pretty grown up. Push-ups because your oily hands will touch the floor. You got it. Okay. I think they're only like slightly oily. They're like too oily to touch my keycaps, but probably not oily enough for... This one, the Insta Architect giveaway. Man, that is freaking lucky, man. That is so good. Congrats. Quinn, these are just Cherry MX Browns. They're just like standard old 3-pin Browns, like very, 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 very standard. Okay. 1 sec. 20 push-ups. Here we go. 2020. There was this old YouTube video. I can't remember what the hell his name was, the channel. But the YouTube video was called, it was like a medley, like a Star Wars medley or something. So Sock, cheers, thank you, Mediocrity. Sock, the problem with lightning connectors is unless you get MFI made for iPhone, MFI certified connectors, then you get a warning on your phone. And it tells you you're using non-certified cables. If there was a place where I could get lightning connectors, man, I would love it if I could get lightning connectors. But right now, the only way to make a lightning connector is to buy a cable or take a failed cable, trim back the sheath, solder it together, put on heat shrink, and then re-sleeve it. The problem is it's kind of janky, and I don't... plus the cost of the connector itself is the cost of a lightning cable, and that's so expensive. And I don't think Mediocrity is wrong. As an Apple user, for phones especially, yeah, like it's in their best interest to maintain the lightning standard, just from a licensing perspective. I don't know how that keeps opening, but I'm going to have to go and close it one more time. I'm so sorry, everybody. These are old house problems. Hoping a USB-C. Yes, Mediocrity. Thanks, Frank. Doesn't help that the doors don't latch because the house keeps shifting, you know. Yeah, it would be really nice if there was a hole punch screen design. I would be very excited about that. Although I will tell you, I just bought a new phone. I bought the 13, so I'm not getting another phone for like 5 years. So, the iPads are USB-C. Yeah, Eve, that's true. But the iPads are trying to replace like computers now, basically, and the phones are not. And I think they're still making a ton of cash on the cables and adapters and that MFI certification and all that kind of stuff. And I think if they can find a way to use the USB-C form factor, but still make it like some sort of proprietary Apple something, yeah, they'll probably do that. Sock says, I know I used the cable I got from you for a Samsung, and if I held it just right, plugged it in fast enough, fast charging, otherwise it wouldn't. So Sock, one of the things too is most of the phones you get from custom cable makers are only going to be USB 2.0 certified. USB 2.0 standard. And the reason for that is the 3.0 standard has quite a bit more pins required in order to meet the spec. So yeah, it's I don't know of any, and if someone has a line and I'm totally wrong, I don't know of any USB 3.0 hand solderable connectors. If that's not true and someone else has a line on those, wow, I would really love to know about that, because that's what I'd be buying. Generally speaking, so exclamation mark cables for a shameless shill, but Ninja from the Fifth Flow, yo, thanks so much for the follow, appreciate you. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, I do run a cable store called Dispatch Cables, and we try to use the top end of everything we can get our hands on. So that's why we mostly, honestly, most of our sales come from Limo connectors, not aviators. I'm on the cusp of bailing on YC8s. YC8s are very, very popular, but they're very finicky and they're not fixable. So once you close them up, that's it. You can never fix them. Whereas an alternative like a Waipu connector is quite a bit higher quality. It's waterproof. It's repairable. You can use it multiple times, just like a Limo. So quite a bit more utility there. And I think if we bail on YC8s, then everything that goes into the box, with the exception of the wire itself, is either recyclable or sort of like low environmental impact, because the boxes are cardboard. Everything we put in is cardboard. We wrap in paper. The bags are moving to compostable. The thank you cards are cardboard. All the sleeving is recyclable plastic. It's just the inner wire that is not. So that is we're pushing and trying to get there. So I've also never had so the only Apple thing I still have is a MacBook Pro. I've never had a USB-C cable or port break on me. That's also true. Avo, neither have I. Europe is going to get USB-C iPhones soon. Sonicorp, is that because it's like mandated? Is that what you mean? Is that like they're going to have to? Perfect Earth Day? Yeah, that happens to be that way. I have some compostable, recyclable bags that are supposed to be arriving, but I haven't got them yet. I'm just waiting. But yeah, it's I'm looking forward to it. I'd really like to say everything we put in to the box, with the exception of the wire, is recyclable or renewable, because yeah, we try to do a really good job of the packaging. Like, I mean, there, like the experience of opening the box is part of it, in my opinion. So there's like a lot of like unfolding and like little parts and parcels and whatever, because some of the fun is the getting it, right? Like the getting it is fun, and the opening it should be fun too. The using it and the seeing it, whatever, obviously should be fun, but yeah, the Northern Beast, honestly, for me, a lot of people find lubing annoying. I just personally find it really chill. I mean, especially, you all are here and you're keeping me company right now, which is lovely. And I think that for the most part, a lot of you would probably also be lubing right beside me, right? Like some of you are probably lubing switches right now too. You're like, oh, I'll just turn on some Twitch and I'll lube my own switches and then see where I get, right? I can only lube while watching a lube stream. There you go. See, Mises knows what's talking about. Or any keyboard stream, really. Like, I really find it enjoyable to lube while I'm watching a keyboard stream. I'll tell you the number of... So Diego rated us tonight. And the number of switches I lubed watching Diego build keyboards is probably in the thousands, I would say. I really like watching... Alex and Diego both are probably my two favorites. Lots of other folks I spend quite a bit of time on. I think my biggest watch time is probably Disastertron. Who else do I watch a lot of? Elvin, Roro, when Roro was streaming a lot more keyboards, for sure. Zaniard, Yokeebs. There's lots of really, really good streamers. Especially in the morning, I find the SEA crowd is really great for keeping me company. Less so for lubing, just because I'm at work during that time. But those folks are great for daytime streams for sure. If you're in the Americas, you lube while watching Lightning. Yeah, I only watch this guy as a substitute for melatonin. Boom. Mediocrity, yeah. So I was getting I had a pretty major house improvement renovation that was happening last year. Clearly it did not help the door on the office, but it was a good portion of last year, and I was lubing quite a few switches while I was out of the house, and often I would have Diego on. I would stay up and just watch Lightning build keyboards and lube switches while I listened and watched. So yes, I watch Switch and Click and Hippiotech as my go-to keyboard YouTubers. I used to watch a lot more Hippiotech, but I found it more, I would watch it for the humor of it and less for the keyboard content of it. And I'm not knocking Hippio, because I'm just not. That's not my style. But I would watch it more because it was entertaining and less because it was educational. Where I would say Diego, on the other hand, is like just a fountain of knowledge and expertise. And yeah, I think I really enjoy watching lightning streams for the most part. Do yourself a fit. Oh, Ninja says, I'm not familiar with keyboard building, but I really dig the relaxed yet productive vibe of the stream. This is my get out, Ninja. Oh, dude, I'm so happy and proud you're here, dude. There's lots of fantastic streamers. I'm just glad you managed to chill and hang out for a little bit. So I'll explain what we're doing. So this mess of parts here are the internals of keyboard switches. And they are basically what gives you the ability to like literally input anything on your keyboard. When you put these parts together, what you end up with is a little cube like so. My camera's going to choose to focus or not. There we go. You end up with a little cube like so, which is a nylon housing with 2 electrical contacts on the bottom and then this plunger basically on the top, right? Put the keycap on top. Click, 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 click. And then this is the thing that actually pushes down to actuate a mechanism inside to give you the switch. You need 80 some odd of these switches to fill up an entire keyboard with caps. And then once you have all of them in, that's what actually gives you the mechanism for the keyboard on top. I'm going to finish lubing these switches and then we're going to actually build a keyboard. We're going to solder it together and put everything together right now. You'll get to see how that works. But yeah, if you dig... if you like what you see here, there's many keyboard streamers who have very similar vibes. Lots of them have multiple angles. Like I've got this angle and you can see